This past week, a hacker hacked Poly network and was able to steal $613 million worth of cryptocurrencies, making this the largest hack in DeFi history. But what the hacker did afterwards is even crazier. But before we start 10K Trades, a brand new YouTube channel talking about investing, cryptocurrency, and other blockchain news. So all I'm saying is go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And guys, I promise there will be much more content coming out in the future. Now, let's get into it. Right now, the crypto space is basically like the wild west, and while this can be very exciting, this also means that there could be a lot of danger involved. There are so many new projects that are popping up every day that are getting people so excited and sometimes willing to throw millions of dollars at the project in hopes that it takes off. And while these big chunks of money are very good to incentivize developers to continue building, it also incentivizes another group: hackers. While the developers are working to build up a good project with very strong code, at the same time hackers are looking to find ways through that code and break into the system in order to reach the funds, sometimes even for personal or selfish gain. Now, before making any judgments on whether these people are good or bad, it is important to note that this type of balance is necessary. The developers first work to write the strongest code that they possibly can, then once it is posted, the hackers then go in and try to find the holes in the system and break their way in. This then shows the developers where their weaknesses are so that they can go back into the project and build it to make it even stronger. Then these checks and balances continue to go back and forth so that they can end up with the strongest code that they possibly can have. However, most of these hacks don't end up with a $613 million loss. So now, to understand how this hack actually took place, it is important to understand what actually happened. So now, this hack happened on the Polygon network, but it is important to note that this hack did not happen on the blockchain itself. As we know, the blockchain is the most secure part and it cannot be altered. So when you hear about a hack in crypto in general, people start to blame the blockchain, but it is important to note that it is not a problem with the blockchain. Where this hack actually happened was on the bridge between the different blockchains. So the bridge connects the different types of blockchains, and sometimes these bridges are where you can find holes in the system. And that's exactly what happened with this project. It was a bridge hack. And now, once the hack was actually completed, the best thing about this whole thing is how the Polygon team actually reacted to this. They decided that the best way to get the funds back was to just write a letter to the hacker and just ask him nicely to return it. They sent an email saying, "Dear hacker, we are the Poly network team. We want to establish communication with you and urge you to return the hacked assets. The amount of money you hacked is the biggest one in DeFi history. Law enforcement in any country will regard this as a major economic crime and you will be pursued. It is very unwise for you to do any further transactions. The money you stole are from tens of thousands of crypto community members, hence the people. You should talk to us to work out a solution. Poly network team." So that's what they did. They just asked him nicely. And then afterwards, of course, this blew up on Twitter and everyone was roasting Polygon Network and saying that this is never going to work. But apparently this hacker has a conscience, because then the hacker responded. The hacker then responded by sending back $260 million. And this included $3.3 million of Ethereum, $256 million of BSC tokens, and $1 million of Polygon. And now apparently the email didn't do everything it could, because the hacker still possesses around $353 million from the attack, and of this, it's $269 million of ETH and $84 million of Matic. So ultimately, either this hacker just felt really bad about stealing that much money and decided to return half of it, or he just really doesn't like BSC tokens. And now overall, it is important to remember that hacks will happen every so often, and ultimately in the long run, it will make the crypto space stronger as a whole. However, let's just make sure that hacks this big don't ever happen again. And now, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and I promise there will be much more content coming on in the future. See you in the next video.